Hello, friends. Welcome back to Numbers and Narratives. So today, let's talk about investing and speculation because in these days of constant market activities and trading, these two keywords, even though inherently different, are very getting easily mixed up, and people speculate when they think they are investing, and just end up a disaster. So I would like to share my opinion on these two terms and would like to stay with you here today and talk about these two and try to distinguish between them, and see how can we really understand what is an investment and what is a speculation. Um, so let's pay a visit to our friend Ben Graham, who is considered the father of value investing, how he defines an investment. An investment, according to Ben Graham in his book Security Analysis, an investment operation is one which, upon thorough analysis, promise safety of principal and an adequate return. Operations not meeting these requirements are speculative. Alright, now, these words are a little bit ivory towers because the book was written back in like around quite a long time ago. So the languages might not be the most friendly here, but I'm gonna go ahead and break it down to what I think Ben Graham means by distinguishing an investment from a speculation. So I think an investment consists of some main factors below. First thing first, you gotta have a long-term horizon if you consider your purchase of a stock an investment. What does that mean? That means you're not gonna sell it tomorrow or next month or in a quarter. What we call a long-term horizon is generally longer than 12 months or a year. An investment is also based not on your emotional purchase, but rather your understanding and research of the underlying business. Now remember, behind every ticker is a business, is an operation. It is not a toy to play with. It is a company, it is a corporation, and they have their own way of making profit and managing their business, and that is what you need to understand if you invest in them, because only by understanding will you not get emotional and sell or buy unreasonably. An investment also should be focused on company that at the list level is financially good. What do I mean by that? That means the company is not cripplingly indebted. It has a reasonable debt level that it can handle in terms of tailwinds, and also its profit need to be stable or growing. You don't want a company with a huge load of debt and unstable profit, because that means the company is very likely to bankrupt and all your money put into that company goes to $0. A good investment also should be about limit shares dilution or increase shares in buyback. Think of shares outstanding of a company is like a pie. When you buy a stock of that company, you are buying a piece of the big pie. Now what happens if the pie gets smaller and your piece stays the same? That means you get to own more of the company. Your pie gets bigger. And that is a great thing to know as an investor. When the company believes in their business and they buys back their shares, that means they also increase your ownership in the company. A speculation, on the other hand, is everything on the opposite. They are short-term, emotional. The people who speculate trade the stock like a ticker. They have no idea what is under that ticker. They understand nothing. They don't do any research on the company. They have no idea what their company does. And these companies, normally, they only goes up in price because of the hype of the market. Now, one single, very simple theory of the market is that if everyone buys something, that thing is going to go up in value, no matter how terrible that thing is as a business. What that means is that these normally what we call hype stock is hyped up by the people. Everyone thinks they're amazing. Everyone thinks they're the future. Everyone buys those companies. And then the stock price goes up. And everyone thinks that they've made a great choice. But no, that is the greater fool theory. That means whoever buys the last is the loser. Because you buy in at the top, where everyone, then they're going to try to take a profit. They're going to sell out. And these companies normally have high debt and very low profit. And they just keep crippling the shareholders by keep diluting shares so they can earn more money, to make more money by diluting shares. Now, in contrary to buyback shares, share dilution makes the pie bigger, and your piece is the same. What that means is your piece gets smaller. That is not good for shareholders. Now, enough about the definition here. Let's go ahead and look at two examples of what I consider an investment and what I consider a speculation. Let's first look at Costco wholesale stock, ticker COSD. Now, Costco, as you can see on the chart here, is the 5-year chart, by the way, from 2017 to 2022. The stock has appreciated around 250%. And as you can see, it is very stable growth. The company keeps going up, little by little by little by little. And that exactly is what makes an investment. An investment is a long-term horizon. Remember, long-term horizon. Now, what happened if you speculate in Costco and you sell after 1 day or 1 month? Well, you probably could have made some money, but it's very little compared to what it would have been if you hold on to this amazing company. Because this company, Costco, they grow their profit very, very stably, their income very stable, their debt level is nothing, they can handle their debt easily, and they keep buying back shares. They keep making the pie smaller. That is amazing. That's what you want to see in an investment. Costco. A speculation? Well, I'm going to use an example of Snapchat. Many people might disagree with me here, but I personally think Snapchat is a terrible company. What do I mean by that? What I mean is this is an insanely popular company because the Snapchat app, I'm sure that you might have seen it or might have used it yourself, is a pretty popular digital application among teens or even some adults. And that is exactly what you see on this chart here. The stock goes up. Remember what I said about speculation? The stock goes up because the people buying it believe this company is the future. Believes that the Snapchat application is going to change the way social media acts. That Snapchat is the new king of social media. Well, but if you take a moment to look at Snapchat income statement, cash flow statement, or balance sheet, which I will not put up here because I think that's a little bit too technical for this video. I'm going to go into that later in another video where we talk about these. You will realize something, that this company is terrible because their profit margin is very low, their debt level keeps going up, and they finance their activities by diluting your shares. They issue more shares to raise money. They make the pie bigger, and your piece is still very, very small. And I'm not talking about 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I'm talking about a long-term horizon. I'm talking about 5 years horizon. And look what happened to the stock. Well, people realize that, well, maybe this is not what we think it is. This is not the future, the king of social media. This is just a speculation. And it comes crashing down from the level of $84 to now at 10.71 cents. If you would invest in this company, that would have been quite a tremendous loss. So please, before you buy a stock, make sure you know what you are getting into. Personally, I think it's totally okay to speculate. People speculate all the time. It's fun, right? It's fun to try to predict the future. It's fun to try to be a prophet. But when you speculate, you have to be honest with yourself that you are speculating and you are okay with the risk that it comes with speculating. The money you use to speculate is the money you can afford to lose. Personally, I would advise spending no more than 3% of your account to speculate. Because, I mean, if the speculation works, if you perfectly time the market, then it could give you quite a decent return. It could be 300%, 500%, or sometimes even 1,000%. Sometimes that means you extend your money you put in. But if you lose, then you can expect that the loss can be also quite substantial as well. So please, when you speculate, be honest with yourself and use the money responsibly. All right, that is all for this video. I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the like video if you want to support more of this type of content. And I will see you in the next few days.